Have you ever wondered how long does it take to be a Pokemon master? I spent 100 days becoming the new Cobblemon master in Minecraft, exploring all the biomes, catching the rarest Pokemons and defeating everyone to achieve the final title. The only catch? I will be playing in hard mode, so I will have to worry about zombies and monsters, and so I'll also be beating the Ender Dragon in order to reach my goal. Will I succeed in being the greatest of all times? Let's find out. Okay guys, so I spawned right in the middle of ice, but lucky for me, there's what it appears to be a village inside a trainer gym. Okay, anyways, first of all I'm gonna pick my starters, and as you can see there's a large variety of Pokemons, 3 for each gen. As I'm an old player, I'm just gonna pick a basic one, Charmander, which will also help a lot against ice Pokemons and will allow me to fly in the future. In this mode everything is detailed and well animated, from the Pokeball throw to the Pokemon textures themselves, which are now more similar to the Minecraft cubic style in comparison to the old Pixelmon. I think this Winab will be the perfect first opponent for my Charmander. As you can see, you can also go in spectator mode during the battle, allowing you to have a more cinematic view, and most of the moves are animated as well. I also started looting cause the main thing of this mode is that you are playing a Minecraft vanilla, not only with Pokemons, so you will have to look for food, mine and protect yourself from enemies. My first goal is of course to try and level up my Charmander in order to evolve it to the next stage, so I'm gonna challenge and defeat every Pokemon I'll find in my way. Another thing I didn't know about is that Pokemons are no longer pacific entities, so they are going to chase and attack you if you harm them, just like this Vanilla did because of my tiny snowball. Just like regular Minecraft, there are a lot of achievements and challenges that I'm not going to take in consideration, as my goal is to be a master at Pokemons, not collect trophies. Here you can choose and change moves your Pokemon are going to learn by leveling up, just like Charmander did with Dragon Breath. I didn't remember Nuzlocke being so similar to villagers and trading with emeralds, but I guess it works as well. This is Cynthia, one of the Pokemon trainers I'll have to defeat to earn my title, and she has all level 70 or above Pokemons, so it will be long before challenging her, and for now let's just surrender. The first rule I'm going to use are waypoints. I'll be able to create and teleport to points in the map whenever and wherever I want, and this is because, as you'll see, the structures we are going to visit are far away and it would take too much to travel to and from them. Another cool feature is that Pokemon can hold items and they are actually shown in their hands. Also, just look at this grass and this sky, isn't it amazing? The night came and I had to find somewhere to stay safe, and I found this abandoned center I looted right away. In order to catch Pokemons, I need Pokeballs, and I can craft them from materials like copper and apricorns. But one day I'd like to get a Master Ball that has a 100% rate of catching every Pokemon, even legendaries. Just to be sure, I tried battling monsters with Pokemon, but this was no use as I had to run away. Until I found myself trapped. So I did what everyone would do in this situation. I dig down and waited till the morning. I finally got out just in time to admire the northern lights. Guys, don't blame me for what is going to happen, but I was too curious to see this interaction and it ended just as everyone expected. Let's catch some food first and get to our first goal. Finally, my Charmander was ready to evolve. With Charmeleon now we can go on with the second step, but first I had to find a place to stay and store all the items in my inventory. I was hoping to finally leave this biome when I saw this place and it looked just fine. Let's get some wood. Craft a few chests. Get some stone and finally craft up the weapons I need. I'm going to need some more food as well. And let's get some apricorns to start crafting Pokeball as well. I understood that having a Pokemon fight in the night was quite impossible, so I decided to go mining instead. I just needed some coal, copper, a lot of iron, a new ore which is Galar Particle, and I'll explain to you later, but it can be used as coal, and finally diamonds. Now it's time to get our desired Charizard. We can finally ride it and fly in the sky, so I think it's time to move on and change completely. But first, in a snowy night, I couldn't help but to notice this giant Pokemon which caught my attention, so even though I didn't know it, I decided it would become my second Pokemon. Quite resistant, I must admit, but slow for sure, so I don't think you'll ever see me ride it again. While traveling, I found this huge structure I looted right away, and I decided to settle down there. First of all, let's quickly craft a backpack so I won't have any problem with my inventory again, as it can store items up to 27 slots if I'm not mistaken, but anyways it will be enough. I think it's time to go exploring seriously. I found this village with a huge Poké Center, like the ones in the anime where you have to choose your starters. In fact, there were also scientists and the Professor Oak himself. Another interesting structure is this kind of copper-made house, where inside you can find villagers, and in particular, the one we'll need and I'll explain to you later. I was flying across the ocean when this appeared in the chat. I had to give it a try even though I didn't have many level Pokemons. Guys, here's Regirock in all its beauty, and I think it would be the best first legendary, so let's get it. I started just by chipping his life down, but I swear I was afraid of getting critical hits and killing it. Of course my Charizard died, but I still had Duraludon by my side. I then threw some Ultra Balls I was keeping for this very moment, but it was no use, until my Pokemon got eliminated and I lost the battle. I was going to give up, but then I remembered about the revivals I had, so I decided to try one more time. This time I was going to use stronger moves in order to chip it down quickly and then spam every Pokeball I had, and finally I did it. After a while I came across this strange place, which also granted me an achievement, the Under. I dropped the ladders and all I found was a mysterious underground city. It was full of Pokemons and scientists that were doing secret experiments I didn't fully comprehend. I just stole some of their stuff, captured one of their mini Machoks, and died like a stupid. Here comes the montage of more explorations. I also found Ho-Ho's tower, but its capture was no different from Regirock's, so let's continue. In all his highness, I finally caught a ho-ho, so I was ready to get more legendaries. Remember about the villagers I told you before? I quickly crafted this new workstation, the suitcase, and finally got my first entrepreneur villager, which first traits were kinda useless, but I needed to level him up. And in fact, I got traits for the burn tower and the dynamite tree. So now we only need one more thing, easy right? Nah. But first I wanted to try and trade with Fletchers, which take sticks in exchange for emeralds. I farmed logs and crafted sticks till I could buy at least one map. And I wanted to show you the dynamite tree first. With the Dyna Apple, we can finally craft the Galarian version of the urns in order to get the legendary birds, but in order to do it I need netherite as well, so I'll be doing it later. Let's build our villager emerald farm right in this Poké Center. I need some bread to breed them, so let's do it. Finally, the arts we were waiting for, and we got a new little worker here. I'm almost sorry for his fate. Let me get obsidian real quick and I can now build our first nether portal. I only have to find a fortress and we're good to go. And lucky me, it was just 300 blocks from the spawn. I killed all these blazes and got all I need for part 2 of our emerald farm. Now that we got Mew, in order to get Mewtwo we need to use a brush in the Sky Pillar and try to find Mew's DNA to use it in a lab. Let's first full the tank for the body to grow. Now I gotta put in this sort of incubator Mew's DNA and the star we found, and let's wait. I think it's time to be the dragon, so let me craft the Ender Eyes and find the stronghold. Unfortunately, I don't have enough eyes, so just give me a second. It's time to shine, guys. And when everything seems to be lost, okay, now we're ready to find the legendary structures and get better Pokémons. I gathered a few maps and items I'll need. And now I'm showing you all the villagers and the traits I got to have them, so no one can say it's fake. It took me days just to wait FK for little villagers to grow and then zombify them. The first one is Eternatus, and in order to get it I have to find its structures and use the Galar particles I told you about at the beginning of the video. It will be a long trip as I have to fly 20,000 blocks in the end, but I'll skip it all. Here's Eternatus egg, let's etch it with the particles. Here we go, prepare for the battle and let's break it. Finally, after a long battle we did it, so let's go on with the next one. In order to get Entei, Raikou and Suicune, in addition to the map to find their structure, the Burn Tower, I also need some Poké Treat. I can craft them by getting the box from trades and adding some precise berries for each Pokémon. I stole the berries from villages I found, so it was no challenge for me. Let's craft the Poké Treats. Now let's catch them all. In order to get Zacian and Zamazenta, the shield and the sword Pokemon, I'll need, in addition to the maps, a rusty shield and a sword I can get from trades, and most important, totems, so I'll have to start a ride. Lucky for us, Pokemon can fight too, so I use their help to clear it fast. Now we have to put the totem on one pillar and the sword on the other. So let's catch Zachem first. Now it's Zamazenta's turn. Now guys, I think it's time to fight and defeat all the main gym members to finally become the final Pokemon Master. First of all, let's upgrade our Pokemon and change their moves. We are ready, let's go.